Hello guys, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a long time, it's been a while that I've recorded a video and posted a video on YouTube. I've been very busy, and all while being busy I got sick as well, and I just recovered. But then you know exactly what we do on this channel. I try my best as much as possible to give you the information that is needed for you to be able to make your plans to travel abroad. But today we're still talking about Canada, and this video is going to be in series. So this is just going to be the first part of the video. I'll be posting subsequent ones like that until the end of this series. So what we're going to be talking about today is, like the theme of the video says, is Canada still a land of opportunity? So first of all, many people who are looking to travel are majorly looking for opportunities. They are looking for a better pay, a better quality of life, safety, from countries that are quite dangerous to live in, where your lives are not safe. So everybody have one or two reasons why, excuse me, everybody have one or two reasons why they want to leave their home country and probably travel abroad. And if one of the destinations in which you want to travel to is actually Canada, I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of those main reasons, actually. So even if you are coming here to study, yes, very few people come here to study, but to just study and go back to their country. But most people, want to study and live in Canada and never go back to their country. So today we'll be talking about if Canada is, still the land of opportunity, what it used to be, or if the social media or everything that we keep on seeing on the internet is a lie, or they're just lying to us. So basically today, the thing I'll be talking about is the economic opportunities of Canada. So is it still what it used to be in the past? No. Are there tons of jobs the way the media always portray that there are hundreds or thousands of jobs in Canada? The pure answer is no. There are no thousands of jobs in Canada the way it used to be anymore. So, and there are a lot of factors to it, especially for those who are already educated and are looking for jobs in the field of their education or where they have experience in, especially if they had to go to school to be able to get those degrees or diplomas or whatever certificate it is that they have to back up the knowledge that they've already acquired over the past few years. So Canada is one of the most educated countries on earth. 94% of the people living in Canada are literate. Like they already have some form of education, and the least of it is secondary school. So having you have a secondary school certificate or a degree or a diploma or a certificate or something else, 94% of Canada's population is educated. So there you have it. Then whatever it is that you are trying to apply for, whatever job it is, you have thousands of people who are also vying for the same position as well. So that's a huge competition. So secondly, the Canadian economy is not doing as good as it used to do in the past. So just in case you see me, looking away from the camera, I'm trying to get facts for you from my laptop or from what I've written down, so I don't have to tell you any lie. And I'm going to drop links to, where you can get statistics about Canada in the description of this video, just in case you want to go ahead and check it yourself. So I'm trying to check for you. Canada's economy is truly one of the largest economies in the world, but it has not, been the best as people want it to be. So on paper, when you are looking at the money, the GDP, the purchasing power parity of the country and everything, yes, it is increasing. It's showing that everybody is making money and stuff like that, but it is not entirely like that. Averagely, people who live in Canada make about $2,000 per month. That is without removing tax. So by the time they remove tax and everything for the $2,000 per month, you are probably left with about $1,500, $1,600, $1,400. It depends basically. And then looking at the cost of living, renting of house, buying your grocery or food, and payment of other utility bills and all, that money is never enough. Even though the statistics say there have been a jerk up in the increase of wages or salary for people who are living in Canada, it is true, but at the same time, they didn't tell you that they increase the taxes. As they increase the salary, they also increase tax. The price of groceries also increased. Rent also increased. So it is not as sweet as it seems. You know, everybody is struggling. The government is struggling. The provincial government themselves, they have the federal government, they have the municipal, and they have the provincial government. So the federal government is struggling. They say they don't have money. The provincial government as well is struggling. Everybody is just kind of struggling. Money is never enough for everybody. So that is another thing that you should keep in mind. Then one of the things that actually, boosted Canada's economy so far, but that is still keeping it in hold, is export of goods and services. So now I'm not talking about the goods part now. Let's majorly talk about the services part. So what are these services? Something that you can render, like you have a skill and you render this skill. So people who work in a service-based occupation, I'm not saying they will have a lot of money, but compared to those who are actually looking for white-collar jobs, those in the blue-collar occupations will actually make more money right now in Canada because they are the ones that are mostly needed. For example, those who are working in construction, or you're a carpenter, you're a plumber, you're an electrician, you're a welder, or even if you're a mechanic, a car mechanic, yes, those are the kind of people who are really making that block money in Canada right now. Or for example, you know how to install elevator or repair elevator, you're a machine fitter, you're a construction millwright or industrial mechanic. These are, if you are in any of these occupations, please, and you are looking to move to Canada, well, I think you should give it a try. You just might be fortunate. But these are the kind of guys, that are really making that block money, that money that people really want. I'm not saying it comes immediately, but over time, you tend to understand how things are done in the country, then you know how to make more money from it. But you see, every other person, the data analyst, the data scientist, those who have a background in accounting or finance or insurance whatsoever, everybody in those occupations are struggling to get a job. So even those in the STEM professions as well, it has not been rosy. It has not been very rosy for those in the STEM occupations. So those trade occupations that I mentioned earlier, they top the list of people in which the Canadian government really wants to migrate. Because one of the reasons why they are changing the immigration laws is the fact that many of the migrants who are coming in do not have the skills that is required to push the economy forward. So if you have any of those skills, that's fine. So those other ones that I mentioned, like the data analyst, the cybersecurity, I'm not saying those jobs are not available, but we already have too many people who are already in Canada right now looking for those jobs and are not seeing it. They are not getting it. And the country is not a fast-paced country. It's very slow. So if you apply for a job now, it could take about 2-3 months before the company, get back to you. And no one really has that luxury of time to waste. Everybody is looking for something very quickly. So speaking of which, the Canadian economy, I can't tell you for a fact that it is here or it is here. It's different for everybody, but in a general sense, everybody who are living in Canada right now, or majority, don't let me say everybody, majority are not satisfied with what they're experiencing when it comes to the economic aspect of their life and of the country. They are not happy about it. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. You get paid today, you pay all your bills. By the time you are done paying all your bills, your money is gone. Then you have to work for another 2 weeks to get paid again. Then that is how the cycle is. The routine continues like that. It's very hard to save in this country because of how expensive things are, and people don't get paid enough. So those who are also in the healthcare occupations, you are a nurse, a doctor, a dentist, a therapist, occupational therapist, physiotherapist, or a marriage counselor, or any kind of therapist that you are. If you, one way or the other, you apply for any of the category-based express entry, I'm pretty sure that you are going to be considered, because those are kind of the occupations that are needed for the economy. And those in the agricultural sector as well, they are needed. So I'm trying to check which specific ones are needed in the agricultural sector. Okay, it's not much. Butchers, retail and wholesale. These are things that you can get locally here, but people just don't want to do it. And I don't see how you can actually convince any visa officer that you are coming to do this in this country, except you have a way in which you can come to the country, then you change your status to be able to get this kind of jobs. Then again, those in the transport sector, if you know how to drive truck, or you know how to drive a boat, or I don't know if they call it drive or whatever, driving a boat, that's how I know how to say my own. Or you're a pilot, or you're a manager in transportation. Mind you, for those in Nigeria, I'm not talking about NURTW chairman. That's not the kind of managers in transportation that I'm talking about. I'm talking about managing a real transport company. For example, those buses that travel from Lagos to the east or to the north, those kind of transportation companies, you have a managerial position in something like that, then those kind of people are the ones that Canada is calling. They are the ones that can add to the economy of Canada. So that is it about the occupations that are needed and the economy of Canada. So it is not rosy. It is not the heaven or the paradise, or I don't know, whatever sweet name you want to call it again, that the internet portrays Canada to be. That is not what Canada is. And I've promised to always tell you guys the truth about what this country looks like, or exactly what a lot of people are experiencing. So when you are coming, or you wish to come here, you need to be very prepared. And it's not going to be easy for the first 1, 2, 3 years, depending on who you are, how you spend your money, or the kind of job you do, or if you are coming with your family, or if you are not coming with your family. Everybody's experiences, is different. But on a general note, it's exactly what I've just explained to you right now. So that is all for now on this video about the Canadian economy. My subsequent videos, I'll be talking about other things, if Canada is still a land of opportunity, the reasons why people want to move. We've talked about one of them, which is the economic aspects, the economic opportunities of Canada. And right here, I've already talked about the kind of jobs that are needed. White-collar jobs are not really needed in this country. There are too many people who have the certificates, who have the degrees, who have the diploma, and yet the only place they can get to work is in stores like Walmart, Sobeys, Dollarama, and stuff like that, or they work in restaurants as dishwasher, whatsoever. So, but those guys with the skills that I mentioned earlier, even if you're an hairdresser or a barber, yes, you are going to make a good amount of money in this country. So that'll be all for now. See you in the next one. Thank you. So another thing before going, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, like this channel, and also share the link to my videos to your friends and families, and anyone who you feel is actually going to benefit from my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.